Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball. It is swing season. We have trades. We have fights. We have historic performances. Let's talk ball.
Seth Lugo straight to the bank.
Little Amish, Jake Storielli. Hello and welcome to Talkin' Baseball, presented to you by SeatGeek Code Talkin' 2025. I am Jake Storielli, a.k.a. Little Amish. That is Trevor Plouffe, former Philly. Welcome to Talkin' Baseball. We are here. There's been a few smaller trades that have happened. We're waiting for the next one. It won't be Seth Lugo. Might as well just take that money. How's that turn to starting pitcher going for him? Nick Kamakurtz had a 4-homer day. Go check out where wait for the standings, people, because the Texas Rangers are in a new spot. The three best teams in baseball are the Toronto Blue Jays, the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Chicago Cubs. Just like we told you before the season, Trev.
Cubs would have been in there, I think.
Maybe.
Blue Jays probably not. And Milwaukee, we believe in them, but maybe not best record. So, yeah, some surprising stuff going on. It's great because we have seen at this point, Jake, some teams, so it's supposed to be like flooded with a bunch of competition for these last wild card spots. All these guys at the trade deadline are going to be making moves. I think we've seen some teams completely fall out. My Twins fall out.
Yeah.
Like they're going to sell. They're not adding, even though they say they might straddle the line, whatever the heck that means. But we're getting some clarity in all those situations. And now here we are in trade deadline week. Like there's going to be pop-up episodes. There's going to be big stuff going down. You and I will probably have to go live a few times, which, that's where we live. Live is where we live, Jake.
Oh, I see. We should get, that'd be a good tattoo, but you'd really have to explain it to people. No, it's
live is where we live. Like,
live is where we live. Live is where we live.
And gossip episode to the max.
Oh, this is
around if you want that, because I'm in it. Like I am.
If you're in
gossip,
our baseball Love Island overlap, we've got some juicy stuff going on with the boys from the 305 that got hot in San Diego and St. Louis. Machado, Jon Jay. We're gonna get to the bottom of everything. And Trev, yeah, as you said, there's some clarity, or we hope there's some clarity, like your Twins trying to do the straddle. We'll see.
Don't say straddle.
For me, you said straddle. It feels like a sell, but at the same time, the Kansas City Royals, who are a game and a half up on them, they extended a guy and they traded for Randall Grichuk. So
all about momentum.
Let's see what's going on.
Don't have it,
dude. The Tampa Bay Rays, who were great for a month and a half, have been horrible, and now everyone thinks they're gonna sell everything. Yanks are horrible. There you go, everyone. My Cincinnati Reds are a game out of the postseason. We got a lot to digest, people. So let's do it. And that means it's an American League Monday. Ships passing in the night. Detroit, who was the best team in the American League for a long time, lost 3 out of 4 to the Toronto Blue Jays, who are now the best team in the American League. Eric Lauer, 8 innings, 1 earned. Absolutely. He's on pitchers who shove. Teaser. Nathan Lucas is turning on balls. It's Vladdy. It's Joey Loperfido who's decided to join the party for him. Bo Bichette's 5-hit day doesn't even really count because that's the game they lost to Jack Flaherty and the Tigers. I think the Tigers announcer said Detroit can celebrate because it's been so bad for them. The opposite for Toronto, who I think has won 21 out of 26. What? Blue Jays running the American League. The Seattle Mariners and the Angels played for, and they ended up splitting them. Julio with a couple big games. Boy, does he love playing in Anaheim. His numbers there are crazy. Brian Wu, I knew he was having a good year. I didn't understand how much. 6 innings pitched, basically every game. And hey, know what we like? Zach Neto walk-off on his bobblehead day. That's how you make a memory, people. Mike Trout, 1,000 RBIs, snaps. They split 4. Oh, the A's and the Astros played. You must know what happened. The A's sweep all 4 games. They're your best Western Road Warriors, people. Life's a trip, and boy, did we find out. The comma, Nick, Kurtz, big Amish. The best offensive day ever, people are saying. 4 homers, 6 hits against the Houston Astros, and that was just part of the 4-game sweep. Their first 4-game sweep under Mark Kotze. They do it against the Houston Astros, who had been so good. Sevy's involved. Lawrence Butler has turned into Denzel Clark defensively. Everything seems to be clicking for them. Miguel Andujar, first ever leadoff game, so he hits a leadoff homer. That's best Western, baby. The Phillies played the Yankees. They took 2 out of 3. How do you like that? Yankees salvaged the set on the final day. Zach Wheeler, it was 1 inning. It was Ryan McMahon. That's nice. Everything else, horrible for the Yanks, good for the Phillies. Schwarber, you're going to hear a lot about him this episode. Trey Turner with 6 hits in 2 games. That's still pretty good. And it just felt like everyone was turning on balls for the Phillies, and that Yankees' bad defense was there, and their bad bullpen, and we're not going to talk about it. Red Sox take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. Dodgers take Game 1. Emmett Sheehan and Brian Bayo, the young pups. Teoscar leans on one. Kershaw versus Crochet, the old lefty, the young lefty. I love it. Sox, your guy Rafaela puts on a show this series, Trev. And then Dustin May, the young Dodgers righty against the former Dodgers righty in Walker Buehler. Red Sox, Roman Anthony and Alex Bregman. Bregman says he reminds him of your Don getting called up. Hello. Sox take 2 out of 3. Speaking of Sox, the Chicago series. White Sox take Game 1. Chase Mydroth with the leadoff homer. Edgar Caro, where does Trev have him on his top catchers for 26? We'll find out later. Otherwise, it was Cubs the rest of the series. Big bad Ben Brown, 5 innings of 1 earned ball. PCA, you know he got in the mix. Matt Shaw continues to go for them. The Atlanta Braves and the Texas Rangers. Encircle this one. The Texas Rangers sweep them. They are in Fuego right now. Eovaldi shoves like he has all year. Jack Leiter has one of his best starts as a big leaguer, but they've kind of been doing that all year. The offense showed up. Josh Smith playing all over the field with 3 hits. Wyatt Langford with a big day. Michael Harris was fantastic, but it wasn't enough for the Braves as they get swept. And your final series in the American League, the Royals take 2 out of 3 from the Guard Dogs. Like I mentioned, they extend Lugo. They trade for Grichuk. Jonathan India hoping for a signature moment with his walk-off homer in that first game. Noah Cameron shoves in the final game as Michael Garcia provides the offensive thump. And that's what happened in the AL. On the music. Come on.
There's something different.
I'm not here to play.
You, behind the mic, Ryan McMahon at third base, same.
I'm getting in the middle of this Jon Jay Machado beef. I'm going to figure it out.
Let's call Jon Jay right now.
Let's do it. It might have to be your phone, not mine. I think I didn't save his number.
You want the standings? I got it. We're going to start out east, Pop. The Toronto Blue Jays, as you mentioned, on a heater, 8-2 in the last 10, and it goes even further back than that. 20 games over 500. 63-43. They're having a party up there in Canada. Drake is back.
Saying that.
I think.
I don't think so.
I'm not up to
Not yet.
I'm not up to date on that beef. Maybe I need to get in the streets. I'm going to start a beef show.
Okay.
I cook beef.
Cooking and fights. Beef. Nice.
The Yankees, 57-48. They're 5.5 games back now. The Red Sox, 6.5. They're 57-50. The Rays back to 500. They're on an L4, 53-53. And the Orioles, 47-58. The Tigers, they are reeling right now, but still have a commanding lead in the Central. 8 games up on the Guardians. The Tigers are 61-46. The Guardians, 1 game under 5, 52-53. The Royals, a half game behind that, 52-54. My Twins, it's over, Pop. We're going to be trading guys. We're losing some of our bullpen, 50-55. The White Sox always a round number, 30 games under 500, 38-68 for them. Out west, the Astros, even though they got swept, they still have a 4-game lead over the Mariners and the Rangers. 60-46 for the Astros, 56-50 for the Mariners and the Rangers, who are on a little heater here, 9-1 in the last 10, 6-game win streak. Again, 56-50 for them. The Angels, are they dead pop? Probably. 51-55 for them. 46-62 for the Athletics, who we'll talk about them. I got a lot to say about them. The wild card. They don't call it the mild card. Can't wait for those tweets.
Wow.
After the first big game in the wild card series. 57-48. The Yankees have a 1.5 game lead. The Red Sox, second wild card, they have a half game lead over both the Mariners and the Rangers, who are tied. I'll give some love to the Rays, who are 3 games out. I'll give some love to the Guardians, who are 3.5 games out. And I'll give some love to the Royals, who are 4 games out. And that's where I stop. Okay. Royals are making moves, signing guys. Angels, Twins, 5.5 games out. You don't get mentioned. I'm sorry, Pop. Those are the standings in the American League.
Trevor, beautifully done. And I think in the AL, it's going to start out with 2 playoff teams that we started out with. It's the team that has played the best in the last 20 games, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the team that has played the worst in the last 20 games, the Detroit Tigers, 6-14 in their last 20. Toronto is 16-4 in their last 20. Toronto, it is everything, man. And we've talked about, Trev, I've loved your point about like big rallies or winning streaks. The bottom of the lineup has to contribute, and Toronto has shown that. It's been great at bats, and it feels like there's different cats every night. I mentioned Joey Loperfido jumping on the bus. Dude, it is all over. George Springer has been the best hitter out of the break. Bo Bichette with a 5-hit day. I know that's in a loss, but like his stats are getting back to Bo Bichette. Vladdy's involved. The late homer rally. It is everything. They're passing the torch to the next person on every level of this team. Gossman has a great start. The whole team is clicking at one of the best clips we've seen in like talking baseball history.
They are absolutely crushing it since May 25th, 37-15. They were 8 games back on May 28th. 8 games back. 37-15. Now they're 5.5 games up. Like that. And you're right. I mean, it really has been their complete roster. It's been their calling card. They're a team. They're doing this, which kind of seems like a far cry from what we had in years past, where it seemed like there was a disconnection, like the leadership wasn't necessarily there. We were questioning that. They sign Vlad to the extension. Maybe that calmed everything down there. Ooh. Or maybe all the winning cures everything. I think that's more of the case. You start winning, things start feeling great when you show up to the park. It's been a lot of fun for them. We did get confirmation on the Eric Lauer lip thing. I know that's not part of the series necessarily, although he did have a great start here.
Davis Schneider diving, making catches.
Eric Lauer had a cyst removed from his lip. Like he had surgery on it.
Okay.
Which, like, we knew he was joking, but they did a great job.
And now look at these Blue Jays. They're goofing? The We Got Ice Blue Jays? Like, get me out of here.
How much did you want that story to actually be true?
I mean, 1,000,000%. And nothing Eric, at the Blue Jays.
Lauer just wearing it, like, I fucked up.
Yeah, just Max Scherzer gets to punch people? Like, that's insane.
That's where they went wrong with that joke, or went right, is the fact that it was so believable.
Yeah. No, they're winning on every front. They're out joking us. They're out joking us. That's where I get mad. You can play good baseball, but don't do that.
And then, game 1, Ernie Clement with the homer after the intentional walk is awesome. Yeah. Then Loperfido backs it up. It's like things are absolutely clicking for them. Kind of can't talk enough about them. Since the All-Star break, they went through San Francisco, the Yankees, and now Detroit. All 3 of those teams kind of struggling right now, but still the Giants aren't a playoff team, but the other 2 were, and the Giants are close to a playoff. These are good teams.
They're good teams.
And they went through them. Even though they're struggling, those are still good teams, and they're playing great ball. Jake, the last time they had a lead in the division like this much of a lead, between them and the second place team, you can guess the year.
92?
93.
Okay.
What'd they do in 93?
Joe Carter.
Yeah. So Toronto's having a great time. Tigers, on the other hand,
Yes,
struggling offensively, amongst other places as well. They finally had a breakout in the last game of the series in the 8th inning. They got some runs. Before they won that game, 13 runs in their 6-game losing streak. That's not good. In July, it's been really, really bad for them. 208, 287, 351 is a team. That's an 80 weighted runs created plus, 3.5 runs per game. Everyone's been struggling. Riley Green's been struggling. Javi Baez has been struggling. But I guess if you're the Tigers, you get Kerry Carpenter back. Maybe that sparks the offense. Is that what you're waiting for? I don't know. They're also growing rally stashes, so that's fun.
Yeah, that's their best bet. Really like the AJ Hinch quote on it. Generally speaking, we're willing to do anything. I can't grow a mustache fast enough, but I see our boys are resorting to desperate times, desperate measures. So I like that from Hinch. And yeah, I mean, dude, it's such a long season, and I'm not saying this on the Toronto side at all, because I don't. They'll probably slow down a little bit because every team has to, but like what they're doing kind of makes sense to me, and I love the energy they're playing with. Detroit, another shoe was going to drop. I guess we just didn't expect it to be this harsh, but look what's going on around. I mean, even in the AL, like Tampa has been just as bad. The Yankees have been just as bad. The Dodgers. So, I think you get the rally mustaches going. You hope tonight, their next game, if you can start to build a win streak, and then things can change. But they ran into the best team in the AL right now that they used to be. And yeah, man, I mean, it comes down to, a little teaser. Zach McKinstry is on our new version of Slump Watch, that like they need guys to start performing. And Toronto, man, whatever the baseball sauce is, and I'm very much not giving myself credit for this, but I want to say a month ago or even a month and a half ago, Bo Bichette hit a game-winning homer, and it looked like Bo Bichette feeling it. Like, okay, yes, I'm that MFer. And that looks like how the whole team is playing. It's looked like they've had doubts, that they were kind of doing the looking themselves in the mirror and being like, well, I'm not the problem. I'm Bo Bichette. I'm Vlad Guerrero, but I don't know. Maybe this Toronto team isn't the team. Now they're looking at everyone like, I got you, you got me. Ernie Clements got us after the intentional walk. Nathan Lucas, like Tyler Heineman.
Tyler Heineman, keep saying the name. The bat flip by Clement was awesome. Like I said this on Baseball Today when we covered it. It was like earmuffs, a fuck you,
yes,
without saying it,
and like
which is so fun.
That team is fueled by it, and they look awesome right now.
And think about this. Like, we thought that, Andres Jimenez would be so big for them.
Santander.
Really hasn't done much. I mean, he in limited playing time on the IL right now, like he's put up a 622 OPS. I know that's on his calling card. The defense has been good when he's been in there, but he really hasn't been contributing to this.
No. Santander has been one of the biggest negatives on their team this year.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild what the world of baseball can do to you, and I think that brings us – I'll go to Houston and the A's because there's a whole West conversation that needs to happen. The Houston side, again, they've generally been playing decent ball up until this point, and they get baseballed, and part of it is a historic offensive performance. Nick Kurtz – four home run game, 6 hits. People are debating, is it one of the best offensive games of all time? Just flicking balls, Oppo into the Crawford box, just making backdoor breaking balls look like it's easy to hit them 370 feet. And then the storyline, I'm interested what you have to say on the A's, because they've taken themselves out of the conversation of this season. But you look up and down the lineup and you're like, okay, did Lane Jalier's just homer in 3 straight games? Soderstrom's putting up a nice year. That I'm interested to see the A's conversation. And then the other thing is this leads into the AL West. Like, are the Astros getting reeled in by Seattle and Texas, both 4 games back?
I mean, this obviously doesn't help. Like this is a tough one. I think the Astros are fine. I think this is more about the A's. And I've told you, man, like they have a nice group of position players, like a nice young core of position players. Like they have guys like Max Muncy's hurt now, but he came up and he's had some really good swings. Obviously, we know about Jacob Wilson. Denzel out there in center field can go get it. Hopefully his bat comes along. Lawrence Butler, Brent Rooker. Like they have almost too many good offensive pieces there. That like really hasn't been their problem. It hasn't been great all year long, but a lot of that's because they just get behind in games. Their pitching has been so bad, especially their bullpen. So that kind of like when you get down in games, puts pressure on your offense, all these things. This is a good offensive unit. It really is. And they have a ton of potential, as we're seeing here. These are young guys. But their pitching showed up this series. And look what happened. They sweep the freaking Astros. Like sometimes it's kind of all it is can we get some starters that give us a lead? We had Severino with a really, really nice start. Then my guy, Lopez, Jacob Lopez, another, nice little 4 1/3 inning start for him. But if they get any semblance of decent pitching, like this A's team can be a good team.
Well, and that's weird. I mean, this whole series was a massacre because they did pitch.
Exactly.
Like Springs pitched. Severino with 7 innings. Said he went more 4-seam. I guess as we're in swing season, Houston, who's, still commanding the West, and you can wash a bad series because everyone's going to have them. I think our guy Gordon just went on the IL for them. They've got 18 dudes on the IL.
They are. Or
people Walter,
are calling them the AAA. What are they? The Space Cowboys or something like that?
Yeah, who is their AAA?
But it's not like in a negative way.
Right.
It's like these guys have come up and done well. It's they have most of their regulars on the IL right now.
Sugarland.
So talk about organizational depth. I mean, good job on the Astros for having that, guys coming up and doing it. But eventually, like that kind of runs out as well.
Yeah, don't be surprised if that deadline starting pitcher trade announcement drops and everyone's like, oh, yeah, Houston got that guy. But Trev, like I was saying, and Mariners, Angels, I mean, Trev, I love how much notes you take. You're a special man and a nice guy. But the Texas Rangers
can't see him.
Are the other story here that the offense has finally happened. I was beating the drum. I've given up on teams this year. Like the Reds broke me a little bit, and they're back in the mix, and I'm excited for that. The Texas Rangers, I couldn't quit because their pitching is literally the best. They have the best ERA in baseball. Eovaldi's back. His ERA is 1.5 on the year or something like that. And, dude, the offense is happening, and it feels like the other similarity I'll pull from the Reds there, the old dogs managing. Stay the course. They've seen a lot of baseball, a couple old birds at the helm, and now their teams are starting to click. Texas is very much in the mix in the American League this season.
I got a little mental block here. Didn't the Rangers do this not too long ago where they just went on an absolute heater at the end of the year? Was that 2023?
So 2023, they were in the mix the whole year. And they actually, it depends, I guess, when you're measuring from, because they limped at the end. They
did limp at the end. Okay, so this is not what. Okay,
their bullpen was bad, and Seattle and Texas let Houston catch them in the final couple weeks of the season.
Yeah, so that's not what I'm talking about. But yeah, no, this is it's obviously a very, very good roster. I think it's. Yes, they've been reliant on pitching. I'm going to talk about Nathan Eovaldi here in a little bit, and they do have some areas for improvement. They haven't done well against left-handed pitching because obviously most of their people that have been producing offensively are left-handed. So they're in the market for a right-handed bat kind of anywhere. They'll take a right-handed bat at any position and they'll just figure it out. And then it's interesting because they've been so good pitching-wise, but they don't really have a set closer. So if they go out and get one of those guys, which again, my Twins have about 3 dudes who could close on any team. Duran, Jax, and Brock Stewart, I think, is the biggest wild card here. I think teams are really going to go after him because the price tag will probably be a little bit lower, and he has years of control left. If they go get one of those guys, or a Helsley or something like that, like it just reinforces a strength for them. And the offense is going to come around. Shout out my guy Marcus Semien with the walk-up. That's really cool for them. I'll go Nathan Eovaldi because I was going to use him as my standout, but I want to just talk about him. He is, yeah, you're right. The numbers have been absolutely incredible on the year. He's got a .88 whip, which is a .875. I'm not rounding up.
Thank you.
I'm not rounding up. You're right. A 1.5 ERA in the year. What's changed for him? He's always been a really good pitcher, but over the last 4 years has just really taken off. In 2021, his splitter usage was 12.7%. A lot of cutters. 2022, he's like, the cutter, I'm out on the cutter. Splitter usage goes to 20.9%. 2023, 27.6%. 2024, 30.8%. And this year, right at 30% as well. A bit of a dip only because the curveball usage is up. So he's finding himself, I guess, as a pitcher at 35 years old, making adjustments, saying the splitter is my best pitch. I'm going to start to I'm just going to spam that. And it's just changed everything about him. I don't know. You could talk about a lot of these guys. There's a lot of really, really good pitchers in the league right now. You can talk Zach Wheeler. You can talk Skeens, Mizorowski coming onto the scene, Scoobs. This is a dog, dude. I honestly don't know. He's in the conversation of guys that you want Game 7 given the ball in a big series.
Easily, with how he's pitching this year and with his postseason history.
Yeah, he already has postseason legend status when he was with the Red Sox versus the Dodgers in that World Series when he came in and held that game close. I believe they lost that game, but he's a dog, man. He's a freaking dog. I know. I love Nathan Eovaldi. I've been saying that. I tried to get the Twins to sign him. Didn't happen. Sheesh.
Corey Seager has another on-base streak going. That is of note. He does it literally every year. Jock Peterson just came off the IL. What if he plays like his baseball card instead of being the worst hitter in the league? And thick neck Josh Young called up from the minors, and he has a big weekend. So
they're a sneaky team to go out and get a Eugenio. Although I think another twin that would fit perfectly there is Willie Castro.
I could see that. That would give them an extra level of versatility. They also just could like what they have. If you didn't know about the first half of the season, you just be like, okay, best pitching staff.
They need a right-handed bat. They need a right-handed bat. They've been so bad against lefties that they need one.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Okay. Trev, let's see. What else do I have? Oh, I think the other big series in the AL. Well, I guess there's two, but unless people want to hear me crap on the Yankees. Dodgers, Red Sox. I think you've got some awards coming from this. And some of the highlights from this series were awesome, but we have a couple Roman Anthony big games. He has his first triple. Why am I tracking that? Part of the job, people. Bregman's back, 3-hit day, and he has a beautiful Fenway pop up in a lot of places, but it scraped that green wall and it counts. The Saturday game was on Fox and I was watching, and there's a good Crochet quote. I made 2 bad pitches. Been watching them on repeat, too. Fox has played them 30 times. You'd think the Dodgers won tonight.
I saw that, too. That's really, really
That's
good.
some good pitcher salt, but that's the problem when one of them is to Shohei. Sox take 2 out of 3.
That's so good, dude. I think, are we big Garrett Crochet guys now? We were before.
Yeah, dude. He was, if I did winners and losers from All-Star Weekend, that guy was awesome. So.
And that quote is awesome. This was a fun series. A lot of people talking about Aroldis Chapman going in, striking Mookie out, and how weird that would have been to talk about a couple years ago. Mookie came back. He had a death in the family, so he got to that game in the 3rd inning and then ended up striking out looking against Chapman. Dodgers are kind of down bad. Their offense has been struggling. And And Mookie doesn't look right. I don't know what they're going to do about that. They tried to put him in the leadoff position to spark it. Just hasn't gone his way. Enough about the Dodgers, Trev, because the Red Sox did win this series. I'm going to talk more about Rafaela, but Marcelo Meyer going on the IL kind of doesn't help them, but it kind of helps them, or they can play all the guys they want to play now instead of having to figure out day to day. He's going to be playing second base, and they're going to put Duran in center and kind of do that whole lineup, which is interesting. But I'm still on the Red Sox. I'm still on them to go on some sort of big run this year. I had them winning the AL East. They're not there right now, as we mentioned. They're 6 games back, but I still have them going on a run. But they kind of have all the pieces. They have a complete roster.
Yeah.
What are they going to add at the deadline besides
pitching? They could add pitching.
Pitching.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone wants that though.
And Trev, I'm trying to get better at this postseason analysis stuff. If the playoffs started today, the Red Sox are in. And I believe they'd be playing the New York Yankees. And guess who's destroyed the New York Yankees the past couple of years? The Boston Red Sox. So, you're right. It feels like they're going to have another push in them, and let's see what this Red Sox team looks at full tilt if Roman Anthony's clicking and they start feeling the good juice of baseball. But they're already here. They're already in the dance. They obviously have to do more to secure that the rest of the way, but
they're now in play for a big high-end closer as Chapman leaves the game. I guess the velocity was really, really down. So
yeah,
we'll see what they do. I think they're gonna. I think if they go and get a Ryan Helsley, that's the spark that ignites that rally.
Could be. They're also, again, and I don't want to be, I don't want people to think this is Yankees Jake, because every team needs pitching. But the 2 teams we just talked about, Boston and Texas, they've kind of, in their history, they've had these fluid bullpens that have kind of figured it out. Jordan Hicks got the save yesterday for Boston. Sean Armstrong threw 35 bullets for Texas the other day, and he finds a way. I don't know. These teams, I feel like every year we look at their bullpen and we kind of do they need more guys, right? But Texas is 3rd in bullpen ERA. The Red Sox are 4th. So they're doing something right, Dodgers. Any Dodgers concern? Are we being blind to it?
Shout out Bregman for what he's doing since coming back from the IL. I think that's also huge for them. Dodgers, what I saw from them, again, the Twins are kind of the get-right team right now. They're helping everybody. So good job on their part. Their bullpen is decimated. So that's a huge part of this. I mean, I saw some of the worst bullpen outings I've seen in baseball this year from them. So they have to figure that aspect out. The starting pitching is good, and Snell's Dominic. Did you see his rehab? My God.
I love it.
It's these guys, these minor leaguers have never seen a pitch like that. His curveball was bouncing at 50 feet and they were swinging and missing. It was insane. He probably had 10 Ks of guys swinging at balls that didn't even reach the plate.
This is fantastic. Because
it's filthy.
If we're being honest, I mean, Snell's curveball slider, when it's right, is one of the best pitches in baseball. It embarrasses major leaguers that 4.2 innings, 0 hits, 0 runs, 7 Ks for the OKC Comets.
Sorry, whoever he was facing, because that's a tough one.
That is tough, man.
Dude, some of the worst swings I've ever seen.
The Reno Aces, tough day at the office.
Swings are so...
Don't know.
We
don't swing shame,
shit, dude. I'm not talking shit.
We don't swing shame here.
Starting pitching is fine. They're going to be okay. Bullpen horrible, and then for them, the offense has been up and down. I mean, again, Shohei's going to do his thing. He's going to hit his homers, although he's kind of like been exposed a little bit as of late. Like people are just, it's a little scary what people are trying to do to him. And we've seen it a lot. Like Ronald Acuna, he gets pitched the exact same way. It's just up and in, up and in, up and in. And you can tell he's getting frustrated and starting to swing and chase a little bit there. And again, like I said, it's dangerous. Like guys go up and in. Like I don't want to say he's going to get hit, but like it's probably going to happen just because of the way guys are pitching him. So there's that aspect, the Max Muncy effect. We'll see if he can come back and kind of spark that offense again. Mookie needs to get going. I think offensively they'll be fine, but the bullpen needs to be figured out.
That's fine. Trev, I'll be honest, I have some Phillies flowers to give out. I guess if you want to talk about Phillies Yankees for a minute.
Tell me, what do you got? Your Yanks.
The Yanks bullpen is as depleted as I've ever seen it, and their defense was as bad as I've ever seen a Yankees defense. They traded for Ryan McMahon and kind of instant reward defensively. We haven't seen someone play third base like him since like A-Rod, so it's been a minute. And they can have a good defensive infield. But it's not about the Yankees because they got beat down by the Phillies. Ranger Suarez is an absolute delight. Where his pitches end up sometimes feel like a glitch. And that the Phillies offense, I've got some more Schwarbs later. Real Muto turned on some. Harper put one into the deep bleachers. Like Otto Kemp, how's your 2-homer day? That Phillies here, the Yankees got lucky. Zach Wheeler hit 2 guys in the inning the Yankees rallied. Otherwise, they would have got swept. So that's kind of what I have to say about that.
Phillies, what are they in the? I don't have the wrong thing up. I don't have the standings out just yet for the National League. Okay. But 1.5 games back now of the surging Mets.
Yeah.
That team having to go play a wild card series, they don't want that.
They don't want that, but the other team doesn't like showing up to Philly.
I know that other team doesn't want the Phillies, but like I want to see the Phillies in a 7-game set, like or a 5-game set, right. Whatever it is. Like I feel like they deserve to what they've done and the maneuvers they've made. Like they deserve to do it, but that's ball, people.
That's ball.
One last one. Kansas City takes 2 or 3 from the Guard Dogs. Basically wanted to mention, shout out Jonathan India, walk-off homer against Class A. Got hit in the face by him March 30th. And then comes back 1-2 slider, middle for the walk-off homer in the 10th, which is awesome. Because usually, you get back in a box against the guy, you're like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to get hit in the face again. 1-2. Hair going, and he loves this one. Watch as he crosses the plate. Oh, can we go to when he crosses the plate?
Look at that guy in the crowd
right here. Watch this. He sees him. He's like, "Fuck you, man." Oh yeah.
I do like that, man. Some of that.
Yeah, it's interesting because they're like, they go trade for Randall Grichuk. They sign Lugo to the extension, and then they're only a game up on the Twins, and the Twins are going the opposite way.
Well, and you wonder, like Caglione gets hurt, their other pitchers are hurt. That they've operated, they've operated a little differently. And you know, as we talk about these teams that have gotten hot or cold, like look how good the Marlins are playing. We're about to talk about that. You know that the Royals had to wonder if Lugo was getting traded. Instead, he's extended. India probably like, nope, we're adding Randall Grichuk like that. Sometimes the vibes matter, sometimes they don't. I think we're going to find out in Kansas City in the next couple weeks. Let's hop over to some NL, Trev. In the National League, Trevor cannot wait to talk about this gossip. The Padres and the Cardinals, they played 4 games. They split them. But the drama happened on the field. Wilson Contreras doesn't like getting hit. Pivetta says, I don't hit people, dog. I didn't want to do that. Then Machado takes a couple. And now we are fighting. Miami, South Beach. Whose side are you guys on? We're going to dive into all of that. Yeah, they did play some baseball. Machado is hitting as well, which that's nice for him. we're going to talk a lot about this. The Marlins and the Brewers, two of the teams playing the best in the National League, feel like they're sibling teams. The Marlins take 2 out of 3. Otto Lopez opening it up late in that first game. Dane Myers, Heriberto Hernandez, absolutely in that second game. And then Jackson Chourio as the Brewers salvage the series in the final game. He has been having a nuts second part of his season, just like he did in his rookie season. Mentioned the Rays are struggling. The Reds are not. The Reds sweep them, baby. 7-2, 6-2, 2-1 on that final day. Brady Singer dropping on him. Ellie's been balling out but not homering. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And the Cincinnati Reds game out from the wild. I shouldn't ruin the standings. The New York Metropolitans are feeling hot as they sweep the San Francisco Giants. It ends on Sunday night baseball. Matt Chapman does his best with a 2-homer performance, but not as much as Ronnie Mauricio. You know about Soto, you know about Nimmo, but do you know about Romo? The kid, 4-hit day, including a home run. Francisco Alvarez is back in hitting for the Mets. They are one of the hottest teams in baseball, not just talking about Swaggy V and what he's doing. The last 3 series, I'm going to be honest, this might be the last you hear about them. The Pirates took 2 out of 3 from the Diamondbacks. If your team got shut out, you lost. The first game was in 11 innings. D-backs won. The other 2 games, I wish we were talking more Paul Skeens because he might be cruising to the Cy Young with 6 innings shutout. Tommy Pham, RBI single. I don't know. The Nationals and the Twins. Trev's been mentioning the Twins as they've got pieces to trade. Hey, Zebby Matthews shoved a 1-0 Twin shutout. They lose the next 2. Nationals. CJ Abrams deserves some love. He goes nuts. 2 for 3 with a homer and 3 stolen bases in that final game. Luis Garcia, good ball player. Jake Irvin, the hometown kid, shoving against the Twins. Gonna pass on me? And then the series everyone's talking about. The Orioles and the Rockies played 3 baseball games. We always talk Mickey Moniak. He homered. Trevor Rogers, 1 hit in 7 innings. Sagano. Tyler O'Neill, back-to-back homers. Yes! That's what happened in the National League.
Excellent job, Hobby. Can't wait to talk all about my Twins. No, I won't do that, guys. We are going to start, Jake, out west with the National League. We talked about the Dodgers. 4 games up on the Padres. No team in the West is playing that well right now. There's no secret there. 61-45 for the Dodgers. 57-49 for the Padres. Giants now 7 games back in the division. They're on a 2-8 and an L3, 54-52. The Diamondbacks out. They're trading 51-55, and the Rockies 27-78. Kyle Farmer on the hill. Position players pitching is dangerous. We need to stop it somehow. People hate when I say that. In the Central, the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers are tied at the top of the division, 62-43 for each of those teams. The Reds surging a W4, 7-3 in their last 10, 56-50 on the year. Still 6.5 games back, but they're looking for the wild card though. Cardinals 54-53. The way they're playing right now, looking more like a seller than a buyer. 44-62 for the Pirates. And you're right. Skeens is going to win Cy Young and Scooble.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Seems like
we had our Cy Young. I'll get into it later. Okay. NL East. The New York Mets, a game and a half up on the Philadelphia Phillies. 62-44 for them as they've won 7 in a row. 60-45 for the Phillies. 50-54 for those Marlins who you mentioned. They've been playing great ball as of late. 44-60, they're dead. The Atlanta Braves are 17 games back in the division. It's July 28th, and the Atlanta Braves are 17 games back in the division and feel like we don't even need to talk about them anymore. 43-62 for the Nationals in the wild card, Jake, and this is where it gets juicy. The Cubs and the Brewers obviously tied for the top spot in the wild card there. The The Phillies have a 3.5 game lead over the Padres, who hold a 1 game lead over those Cincinnati Reds, who I mentioned earlier. I'll give the Giants some love. They're 3 games back of that final wild card spot. I guess I'll give the Cardinals love at 3.5 games back. And then after that, Diamondbacks selling. Marlins probably selling. Peter Bendick's got a plan. And then the rest of the National League is atrocious. Those are the standings in the National League.
That all was brought to you by Mountain Dew. Thank you to our friends at Mountain Dew for supporting this episode. Bold flavors and a refreshing citrus kick. Mountain Dew is perfect for any occasion, whether it's beach days, boat days, the golf course, or how about going to the ballpark or anything in between. Ever since we've become partners with Mountain Dew, our warehouse, our office, every activity feels like there's been Mountain Dew everywhere. And man, for me, it was a little bit of a throwback. You know, I'd been out of the Dew game for a little bit. We are back in. So however you do to the Dew, get outside, crack a Dew. I guarantee you'll have a good time. Go fishing. Trev said that's what on his Instagram now. So if that's what you're looking for, go grab a Mountain Dew. Any fishing commentary for us?
Oh, yeah. No, it's been all over my Instagram. That along with there's some sort of phobia. It's the fear of like deep water. So I get a lot of like deep ocean stuff, which really, I think I do have that phobia.
Yeah.
I don't love it. A lot of it's AI generated, which also sucks, but
the AI stuff's getting crazy. I want an AI filter. I forget what
aren't all filters AI? I don't know.
Like there was an AI video of like this what people from each state look like, and I was like, this is interesting. And I was like, no, it's not. This is nothing. This is literally nothing. I hate the deep ocean stuff. Freaks me out.
It's not. Yeah, you know, I've done it before.
Right.
Deep sea fishing for tuna off the Pacific coast, very deep water there. We decided it was really hot. We jumped in the water.
Oh.
In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
I looked down and I saw the darkest color I've ever seen in my life, just like the endless bottom of the ocean. And it scared the shit out of me, and I'll never, ever do that again.
No thanks. Trev, we are a gossip show.
We're going to start here?
And we're here. If you guys don't know, and I feel bad for Cardinals and Padres fans, there won't be a ton of ball talked right now.
Okay,
the gossip is juicy, Trev. And I guess I can just tee up. We had some hit by pitches. I mentioned that on the way through. Machado gets in the mix, and bench is clear and the whole deal. And sure, that this happens. It's hot out. The boys are getting rowdy. And the post-game interview, Machado gets in front of the mic, and they're like, "Oh, your buddy Jon Jay is involved." And this is no joke for the people listening. Like, the Miami baseball boys are very united. Like, they are a tight-knit group. And even some stuff you're about to hear is going to jog your memory. Bob, I don't know if you have the interview. That maybe we start with that.
You and Jon Jay are pretty good friends.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I know the real him.
I know the real him, Trevor. I'll let you cook, because there's some layers to this.
I will start this by saying I've been friends with all the Miami guys for quite some time. I met former Twins farmhand Javi Sanchez, one of my best baseball friends. You know him. And through him and Ryan Braun, who went to Miami and is friends with all those guys, I met all of them. And I've had like some of my favorite times out there in Miami with this crew. And that's why I was like, this is a tight-knit group. I texted all of my LA constituents out here. I said, guys, we need to be more like the Miami guys. Like, let's set some dinners up to the offseason. We need that brotherhood. Turns out we don't want to be like the Miami guys. We just want to keep what we have because it's good. When all that went down, I don't even know if I should name names, because or maybe I should, because it's all out there. I mean, Yonder Alonso tweeting out an emoji of a rat.
Yeah, we're there.
As he's involved in this scenario in some fashion. Manny Machado saying that. We didn't get anything from Jay, who now I believe lives in St. Louis. I think he might have houses in both places.
Important.
But it's interesting. So I got a text like right away. God, should I say? I got a text from Yonder like right away.
Yeah.
Basically saying, hey, just so you know, like I'm sure you guys are gonna do some stuff on this dust up. I want you to know, like, we don't fuck with Jay.
Right.
And I'm like, what? Like I asked him, I said, what the hell did he say to make Manny so mad? There's a ton of beef, and I think this goes back quite some time. So then I started asking around to the guys that I know are like in the circle. I texted Braun and said, what the hell is going on here? He goes, I don't really know the full story here, but they all like do not like Jon Jay. And I don't know why. So again, I've put other texts out as well. My guy, Javi Sanchez, who's like literally boys with like all these guys. He said that today he's going to give me a call and explain the whole situation to me. It's too long, too many intricacies to explain it over text. You got to have a one-on-one phone call for all of this stuff. So like, I doubt I'll like share it on the show, but this is, to me, it's just fascinating because again, like, yes, I think throughout baseball, and you have the picture up, Rob. If we remember in 2017 or whenever Manny signed with the Cardinals, Jon Jay goes to the White Sox and they're like, hey, they're courting Manny Machado. Yonder and Jon Jay are going to go to the White Sox. Look at this freaking picture of all of them together.
I mean, they're just, it's for those podcasts only. I know we try to push the YouTube because Rob produces a ton of beautiful stuff and there's some good visuals. It's Yonder, Jon Jay, and Manny Machado basically tickling each other's ears. Like,
it's not basically that's what they're doing, and why?
Yeah, that's how you hang out with the boys. I don't know. Come on.
So I'll leave it with this. Javi, who's very a level-headed guy in this situation, said this has been brewing. It's stupid stuff that adults and friends should not have let get to. So I think it just was a culmination of a bunch of stuff. Maybe we'll be able to share it, maybe not, but I don't know, man. Like, to me, that was, and it is kind of like a big story. First of all, I don't like Jon Jay getting in Manny's face on a scrum on a field. You know, I don't like. If you're a coach, you're a coach, bro. You can't do it to players. Like, that is a rule that I don't think I'll ever get off of. So I don't love that. But now we found out that there's just actual beef between these two, so it makes a little bit more sense. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to come out at some point, but obviously, like, in the world of baseball, and I guess like we have to like stress this, or else people are like, "What the hell are these guys talking about?" In the baseball world, like that Miami crew was thought of to be very, very like solid. Like they all run together, but apparently that has not been the case, at least with Jay and the rest of these guys. So,
yeah, that was going to be the only part I drove home. That like I met Yonder in Atlanta at the All-Star game, and I was like, oh, you know, Trev's always talking about Miami. He's like, yeah, man, like we're tight. He's jealous, and like you genuinely are. Like that, Trev's starting that story saying he texted the LA guys. It's like, how the Miami guys operate is a family that, yeah, it's of note, I guess, more if you're really heavy in baseball. You gotta be pretty deep for it. But
to me, it's fascinating, and maybe it's just because I'm very close to the situation. Maybe people are gonna think this is the dumbest thing we've ever talked about. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's hit home with me, and the fact that I don't know what's going on is also killing me.
Right. Well,
because I'll say this. Every interaction I've had with Jon Jay has been great.
Right.
Every single one.
He's been a partial celeb on this show. When he was on the Miami coaching staff, we talked about him, and yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to find out. I think baseball fans are too, because it was a hot moment in the 4-game split. Trev, let's do some like 2-minute drills on some of these series, because Marlins Brewers was arguably the best baseball being played of two teams. Marlins win the series, and they feel Blue Jays-ish. They feel like Brewers from a couple weeks ago. They are just rolling.
I'm curious to see what they do at the trade deadline, because do they want to try to like get in the National League wild card hunt? To me, it seems like no. Like this is a kind of, they're still in a rebuild mode, and Bendix is going to try to get rid of some of these pieces. I don't think Stowers gets dealt. Sandy, we'll see what happens with him. But yeah, they've been playing good ball. You mentioned Heriberto Hernandez. Like I've been reading some Marlins blogs, believe it or not. I believe that he should be moved. I'll give that a shout out. I was just reading it not too long ago before the show started.
Marlins blog.
Fish on First. Shout out them. They're saying.
Got me. That got me.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
They're saying, hey, maybe we need to put him at first base. It's been a black hole for us offensively. Put him at first base. He's been DHing, playing some corner outfield. They have some players there, man. They have been fun to watch. A lot of come from behind victories for them. And then, yeah, I mean, for Milwaukee, it's one series. Like they're absolutely rolling as well.
I'll tell you, Rob asked us, any clips you guys want to show during the show. I'll tell you one that I didn't want to watch. Pat Murphy holding back tears, talking about Blake Perkins, who hits the walk-off. So I just don't have the stomach for that right now. Little Poppy's not stable enough that I don't think I can watch that.
He's been holding back those tears for 50 years. When's the last time he cried?
I can't. Bob, don't show me this. Don't show. If he's really about to cry, I'm going to cry. Marlins 20-9 in their last 29 games. So it's
no
joke.
Joke.
Hey, you trade a couple relievers, but you let the main ingredients continue to go. Called Blake Perkins the ultimate team player. I'm not going to do it.
Because June 22nd, Miami position players are tied for 10th highest weighted runs created plus at 105. They're 9th in F4. The starters 3.8 ERA is the 8th lowest over that stretch, and relievers have a 2.02. It leads the majors.
They're playing fantastic baseball. They're all locked in. They're passing the baton. Trev, again, this is a fan base that, we're talking Mets and Yankees. Or excuse me, I blew it. There's Perkins' walk-off. Did you know the Mets have won 7 straight? You mentioned where they were in the standings. They're a game and a half up on the Phillies now. Bullpen, how about 0 earned runs in 11 innings? That's a good series. I mentioned Mauricio the Kid. I thought about giving him an award, his 4-hit day. Soto casually with 25 homers. To the opposite field there in San Francisco, which isn't easy. And Gregory Soto, their new trade piece, he throws a perfect 7th inning. So the Mets, who it felt like they went through some rocky times, the pitching, it felt like was having a squeaky wheel moment. That ship has righted, and they are winning ball games again.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting guys back. Manaya, Senga, Peterson's been great. And, even though offensively, Lindor and Alonso haven't been great, like they've had guys come back. You mentioned Alvarez, Beatty having a nice little run here, Ronnie Mauricio. So like they're another team that has the depth, and they've had to draw from it this year. They're kind of like a fascinating. Hold on one second. Let me read something. I was just had it up. Nimmo has been really, really, really good for them. Anyways, they're kind of a fascinating team at the deadline. As they're getting some of this pitching back, I wonder what they end up doing. I think they're going to look for something in center field, and there are a lot of center fielders that are available. Even a guy like down in Miami, Dane Myers. I have Harrison Bader going to the Phillies. Can he go back to the Mets? He was just there last year. Like, is that an answer for them against left-handed pitching? I think he's been okay against left-handed pitching, but he's kind of been hot lately. Do they make a big splash and go for Luis Robert? Is that a big splash anymore? I don't think it is.
Could be, could not be. I
don't think it is anymore. I'd like to see them go out and do that. That'd be fun. And it seems like if you're Steve Cohen, you've made such a huge investment into this team. Like, what's another 10 to 15 mil at the deadline?
Pocket change. Yeah, I'm super interested to see, because how do they value their young major league ready guys between Acuna, between Beatty, between Mauricio, between Vientos? Like, those are super appealing at the trade deadline, because the team who gets them puts them right in the lineup the next day, and they're like, hey, this is one of our future pieces we just got. I know you guys didn't like that we traded this guy away, but we got one of them. And for Mets fans, I don't think they super care right now.
Got their lefty in Soto. That's huge. He pitched a perfect 7th inning. I don't know if you said that already. Sorry.
I did.
What else? Oh, the Giants on the Giants side. I thought Matt Chapman had such an interesting quote. He's saying, like, there's no signs of us getting out of this. Like, Buster Posey's made it clear. You make the trade for Devers. Like, we're going to get better at the deadline and keep making a run at this, the NL West and the NL playoff picture. If your guy says that in the media, like, you kind of got, like, you got to do it. Like, that must mean he's heard that or has talked about it. Or is he just saying, like, fuck it, I'm just going to put this out there and see what happens? Like, we're not going away. I'm not trying to waste a summer. We just traded for Devers.
Right.
Like, let's go.
Adames and Chapman was cool when they were hugging at home plate after Chapman's second homer, but not as cool when they blow the lead. And yeah, man, Devers, I don't know. We're talking baseball drama. He was the original drama this year. But Devers hit a ball that they were saying on Sunday night probably would have been a homer, if not a double at Fenway, that in San Francisco was an out. There was 1% of me that was like, did the Red Sox pull the trigger just because this is one of the ballparks that would also hurt Devers' stats going forward? There was 1%. It was 1%.
It's not an easy place to hit, that's for sure.
Sure isn't. Fenway is. Trev, there's one team that I think deserves to be talked about. I'm talking about them with my award, so maybe we just...
Is that the Reds?
The Cincinnati Reds.
You're giving them an award there?
I have my standout for them.
Can I give a little on the bullpen?
Please.
Okay. They've been incredible as of late as they sweep the freaking Tampa Bay Rays, holding them to 5 runs in the 3-game set. Taylor Rogers, I think this is going into Sunday. 0 earned runs in his last 10 appearances. Scott Barlow,
Wow.
who, did you know,
Shout out.
Marshall Plouffe coached him in high school.
Oh.
0 earned runs over his last 9 outings, again going into Sunday. And then Emilio Pagan has been unreal. Unreal.
I love that blows your mind.
It does blow my mind. I mean, he was with the Twins. I used to get a text from Marty Fish every time he came in the game saying, like, what are we doing?
Send me some screenshots from that chat.
I should do it.
Yeah.
Put it out there. Marty doesn't care. He knows jiu-jitsu and shit. 0.98 ERA over his last 19 outings. Ellie's been red hot. There's a lot. We know the starting pitching can go. There's a lot to really like about this Reds team. And what did I say about this team before the season on their TPP? I said Terry Francona is not coming out of retirement for some bullshit ass roster. And finally, they look like what they should look like.
1 game out of the wild card, playing really good at home recently, 6 games up. They win that final game. Their 2 runs they score are balls that don't leave the infield. Sometimes when things are going well in baseball,
Put the ball in play, people.
They do that. Let's go to standout performances.
It's time for Standout Performances. This guy stood out for Trev.
Say what?
Standout performances are brought to you by SeatGeek. The MLB playoff chase is on. Wow. We're locked on the deadline. That's what comes next, people. So whether you're looking to do that or the summer concerts are happening, I feel like I saw that in a lot of the Instagram stories this weekend. Concert season is rolling right now. And I can't believe SeatGeek is doing this to us, they mentioned that football season is around the corner. So why don't you guys get involved with the #1 rated ticketing app? 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek. So pretty much whatever you like. SeatGeek's got it going on. The app is so easy. I can use it. Red means bad. Green means good. And they're giving you code TALKIN2025 for 10% off. So whether you've used the code with them or not before, first-time user or not, code TALKIN2025 is going to save you 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. Talkin 2025. Thank you, SeatGeek. Trev, I'm going to cut you off because I'm going to keep the ball rolling on the Cincinnati trade because I want to talk some Elly De La Cruz because he has a 4-hit day at the office on Friday night. What was interesting to me when I was getting into Elly's numbers, he hasn't been homering, which, okay, that's fine. He's one of the fastest guys in baseball. But it's a really hard sport to be good at nowadays if you're not homering, like to have the slug or the on base or whatever. That hasn't really mattered at all for Elly De La Cruz, who in his last 27 games is homerless, but he's got a .314 batting average, a .402 on base, an .804 OPS with 7 steals and 0 caught stealing. So, there's a couple different ways you could spin that. You could say, okay, he's about to find his homer swing and go nuts. I would probably bet on that. Or it's like, oh, damn, he's got a hot streak, but he's not homering. I could see how you could chop that up. The Cincinnati Reds are winning baseball games, and I do this speech probably once a month with Elly De La Cruz. I just love when you look at his baseball reference, everything is on a linear progression of just being a little bit better. The last 3 years, I will read off, 98 games his rookie year. Last year, 160. This year, he's played 105. Batting average, he went from 235 to 259. This year, 285. 300 on base, 339 on base, 365. The slugging is the same. The OPS is the same. He's the guy, and I think sometimes we get a little blinded because we're familiar with Elly now. Like, we know Elly. We've seen him. He stands out a little bit, too, for the way his playing style and who he is. He's 23 years old.
Yes.
But he's the guy on that team. Like, Trev, I know the pitching is kind of what's made them a very good team, especially recently. Like, whoever's getting the pill for them and the bullpen, like you just talked about. In their lineup, depending if they add, they've been in on the Elly De La Cruz, the Eugenio Suarez return rumors. Elly's got to be the guy for them. And in a way, he is. But I think we all know there's like more in there. The fact he hasn't been homering to me is pretty wild while still contributing a lot to the team. So with the Reds standing out, Elly always stands out in a way. And I'm very interested to just see what the next step is for him.
I think that's why he's such a good player. He doesn't have to hit home runs to have this type of streak. He's got all the tools in the bag. And you're right. Like, there is an element to me that's like, yeah, he'll probably hit 40 homers one day. That's what it seems like to me. K percentage up or down? Because you mentioned the linear. You got it up. Where is it going? Give me the walk percentage and the K percentage right now.
Okay. I'm going to have to do some quick math in my head on it.
What's the percentages? That's on Baseball Reference.
Oh, yeah, I normally don't scroll down there. Walk percentage is up and strikeout percentage is down, dude.
Boom.
Simple game.
Don't you love when the numbers support your argument?
Yes.
That to me, that's probably the most telling aspect of all of this, because that just means, you mentioned he's 23 years old. The more pitches you see at the big level, the good guys that have these careers like Elly's going to have, like, they start walking more and striking out less. And then kind of like at the end of the career, it kind of changes. But like in this prime time, like that's it. That's what should happen.
Well, and Trev, the crazy thing is, again, I know it's redundant. He's 23. This is when a lot of top prospects get called up. Oh, we're calling up our top guy. He's 23 years old. This guy's going to be a stud. Elly's at it, and he's getting better every time. And speaking of getting better, remember that when I get to my final award. That's how you keep the people listening.
Oh, gosh.
Who's your standout?
I got one thing to look up.
Okay.
I think so. I think it does. Fuck. I'm going with CJ Abrams.
Oh.
He went 2 for 3 with a homer. He had 3 swipes. He also got hit with a pitch twice in this game on Sunday. His year has been phenomenal. It's finally kind of like The offense is all kind of coming into play. 340 OBP, 475 slug for the 815 OPS, 131 OPS plus on the year. He just got to 100 hits on the year, 14 homers. He's got 23 bags now. I was like, please let that coincide with a defensive upgrade. It has not.
Ellie's kind of there too. I was just gonna ask, hey, Reds fans, let me know how Ellie's looked, because the last time I saw him, he looked bad. I guess Nats fans, let us know how CJ's looking.
Against my freaking Twins. -7 outs above average. He's in the 3rd percentile. So the narrative continues with the defense. I don't know what that means. Can you move him to second base or something? Like, is a position change like in the cards? Like, is that what we need? The offense is there. You can't have that at shortstop.
Right.
You can't. Not if you want to be, and you know this more than anyone with your Yankees. Up the middle needs to be absolutely solid. So I don't know if like second base is viable. If this guy is, let's throw him in the outfield, it seems like that would work. Don't know if that's true. He seems like one of the guys that could go in the outfield and ball out. So
yeah, he's got the tools. I'd rather
sprint speed's up there, like he can run.
I'd rather try third or second before. Once you go to the outfield, it's Jover.
That's fine.
Right.
He's not that young anymore, is he?
He's 24.
God, he's 24 years old. These guys have been around forever.
I know, it's crazy, right?
So yeah, I don't know if that needs to happen. Position change. I guess Nats fans. I don't know if they've talked about that, but they probably should, because as this guy is starting to go offensively, and he's also on a linear progression there. 712, 747, now 815 OPS for him. As you're finding a guy a stick, and you got the young core there, you got to figure it out defensively. So
I agree. Trev, Chase Mydroth snubbed your guy.
I almost went there. The numbers overall in the season not great. 88 OPS plus. I was hoping he'd give me something over 100. I'll talk about you.
Edgar Caro next
Chase
year.
Mydroth. Need one of these. If you get your OPS plus to over 100, I will buy you a bottle of wine.
Oh shoot, I think that's an easier task.
Or if you like the other stuff,
I'll
get you that too.
Edgar Caro catcher ranking coming up next year. 4-hit
Cuban
day.
ball player, my favorite.
Trev, there's a lot of dudes that could have got love. A chunk of them ended up on In Fuego.
Dirt nasties on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
We're going to start out with the series. Tyler O'Neill mentioned your doppelganger. Harrison Bader did not want to make fun of his clothes. That's fine. Me and Harry we're good now.
Oh, you built something.
I think he respects me.
He figured out you weren't just a media guy. You played in the show.
I'll tell you why. Quick. Gosh, people hate this.
This is great.
Twice now, I've gone up to him and said, "Hey, man, that's a really nice play." And then he kind of like looked at me, and I was like, "Because this happens." Like he threw a runner out in the Dodgers series, and it took a really bad hop on him. Yeah, man. Like you came in and charged. I said, "That took a nasty hop on you. You get good transfer there."
Nice.
He's like, "It did. You noticed that?"
You elevated the conversation. Look at that.
Like, dude, I'm a ball guy,
right,
dude. Like, come on.
Okay. And that was In Fuego. Thanks, Trev.
Tyler O'Neill, 5 for 9, a double, 3 homers in the series, 6 runs driven in. Maikel Garcia, probably not talked about enough this year.
Great year.
5 for 10, 2 triples, 2 homers, 4 runs driven in. He's batting .335 on non-fastballs. Jake, that's best in Major League Baseball. He's batting .262 on pitches out of the zone this season. Jake, that's second best in the American League. I don't know if you want to be on that list. Like, I guess if you're going to be on the list, you better be second or first.
Yeah, you better be up there.
He's batting, this is what I like a lot. He's batting .257 with 2 strikes this year. That's second best in the American League. I like that one. Shea Langeliers, you mentioned him as like an afterthought with the A's offense. What's going on there? Has it been mentioned that Nick Kurtz is going to win the AL Rookie of the Year over Jacob Wilson when that was like a lock not too long ago?
Mentioned.
6 for 16 for Langeliers, 3 homers, 5 runs driven in. He's homered in 3 straight games for the first time in his career. TJ Friedel, 4 for 10, a homer, 3 runs driven in. 4 walks for the 1.2. That's not that great. 4 for 10 in the series? Dalt, out on that.
Out.
Here's a good one. Braves fans, you've had nothing to cheer for this year. Maybe a couple of Ronald Acuna plays here and there. And Spencer Strider coming back, I guess. But Michael Harris, the second, 11 for 23, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers in the week. He's hit safely in 11 of his last 12 games. He's one of 2 batters to accumulate 1+ F-WAR since the All-Star break. The other one is Nick Kamakurtz. Wilson Contreras didn't like getting hit, but he likes getting hits. 10 for 24, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 6 runs driven in on the week. And then Bo Bichette, our guy, still one of my favorite swings in all of baseball. 12 for 32, 5 doubles, a homer, 10 runs driven in. On Sunday, went 5 for 5. We mentioned that earlier. His 4th career 5-hit game. That's insane. And it's his first one since 2023. He's got a 19-game on-base streak. Julio Rodriguez starting to go. That's got to be real nice for Mariners fans. 9 for 34 homers. They're all solo shots. Talking about Angel Stadium. This is okay. Julio owns Angel Stadium. 40 for 112. That's a 357 average. And then Mike Trout had all his 1,000 first RBI against the Mariners because, of course. That's good for Julio. Pitchers who shoved. Our guy Eric Lauer, 8+ innings pitched for the second time in his career and first time since 2018. He's not allowed more than 3 earned runs in 16 outings this season for the Blue Jays. 69 innings pitched. Nice. 2.61 ERA, 0.93 whip. If you're under a 1 whip, you got me. Zevy Matthews, the Twins needed a start to get back into things, and they got it from him. 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. It's his first career outing allowing 0 earned runs. It's 15 for him if we're counting. He's allowed 2 hits or fewer for the first time in his career. Nice start by him. He's got a future. Cade Horton for the Cubs, 6 1/3 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. He's made 4 starts. He has 4 starts of 5 or more innings pitched and scoreless since June 1st. That's tied with Paul Skeens, Tarek Skubal, and Matthew Boyd for the most in Major League Baseball. It's a nice list to be on for our guy, Cade Horton. JT Ginn for the West Sacramento A's. Excuse me, not North. West Sacramento A's. He goes 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. It's the first time in his career that he's done that. It's his longest outing since 2025. And the last guy on Fuego, Brady Singer, unsung hero of the Cincinnati Reds. Doesn't get a lot of love because of the other guys on that team. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned run. It's his first outing of that regard since September 10th, 2020. So it's been a long time for him. And that's who's in Fuego, and that's the pitchers who shoved. Jake, now it's your turn, Pop.
Well done. Brady Singer. Have a second half, dude.
Yeah.
Be one of those guys this year. Who's struggling, Bob?
Hey, man, you've been struggling lately. It's time to pick it up!
I mentioned you were going to hear about this guy later. Zach McKinstry. 2 for 28. That's an 0.71 since the All-Star break. That is the lowest in Major League Baseball. We hate that. J.P. Crawford. 4 for 43. Swing rate of 76% with 2 strikes. That's the highest in baseball. Controls the zone. I don't know what that's about, JP. Our guy Cam Smith, the kid who broke out, has now taken a little step back here. He's 4 for 38. Sheesh. Tough stretch. Gavin Sheets, San Diego.
Sheets.
4 for 35. Swing rate of 10% on the first pitch. That's the lowest in baseball. Hasn't homered since July 9th. All right. Let's figure that out. And then how about this? The sport comes for everyone. James Wood, 4 for 35. That's a 114 batting average. His 18 strikeouts are the most in baseball since the break. So we tell the fellas this to get them off the struggle bus. Unfortunately, this is our low point. But you got to go down to come up. The IL. Ha-Sung Kim, who already spent a lot of time on the IL this year, lower back strain, TBD. You mentioned Marcelo Meyer for the Red Sox. It's a right wrist sprain, always tricky with baseball, so let's see what goes on there. Landon Roop for the Giants, right elbow. They're hoping it's a minimum stint. Brandon Walter for Houston, a left elbow. They're waiting to hear on that. We talked about all the injuries there. Don't be surprised if they get in the mix. Jorge Soler with some lower back stuff. This was the toughest one. Chris Taylor fractured his left hand on a hit by pitch. Fractures it again, making a catch. That he's out for another month with that. Chris Bubich, left rotator cuff, his beautiful season, 6 to 8 weeks. Let's see what goes on there. I mentioned Jack Kaggs' hammy. Oh, that's right, Aaron Judge. That whole drama, right flexor strain. They're hoping it can be the minimum, but he might come back and not be able to play the field, which that means Giancarlo. Always something in Yankee land these days. That's fun. And then my king, Alejandro Kirk, concussion. So TBD on that. Now, coming back from the aisle, let's pick it up.
Yes.
Tyro Estrada, the young prince, absolutely. Your guy, Midnight Johnny DeLuca is back for the Rays. Hunter Harvey in the Kansas City pick. Young, thick Austin Riley for Atlanta. Sal Freliks, Kerry Carpenter for Detroit. Jock Peterson in Texas. And how about Blake Trinan? You will see him come October. Those guys are back. Let's start everyone's week the right way.
Awards!
Boom. Who you got, Coach?
You and Marcelo Meyer with the same injury. You had that in college, though.
Oh. Be better for a forearm
Not a
strain.
great joke.
I like it's all right. Dude stuff.
My award goes to, well, I'm trying to think of a good name for it. My award is if you can do it there, you can do it anywhere. Award. And my award goes to Ceddanne Rafaela. Okay. We'll first start out talking about his offense, which has just been, so much better this year. And he's racked up a ton of WAR because of it. He's an elite defensive player. We've seen it. This year, 762 OPS, 109 OPS plus. That is after a year where he hit 664 and had an 84 OPS plus. He's running the bases better this year as well. 14 swipes to 3 caught stealings last year. He had 19 swipes on the year, but he also had 10 caught stealing. So he's getting more efficient on the base pass. He's hitting better. A large portion of why his numbers are up this year is because what he's been doing on the fastball. Last year, he hit 224 against it for a -4 run value. This year, he's hitting 303 and slugging 584 against four-seam fastballs for a +5 run value. That is a huge jump. And so he's on time for the heater because he actually hit sliders well last year. He's hitting sliders again well this year, but you have to be on time for the heater or, you're going to have a pedestrian offensive year like he did in 2024. So that's up. Base running efficiency up. What I love about this guy is he finally got settled into a position. Center field this year. Last year, here's his game logs. 10 games at second base, 4 starts. 82 games at shortstop, 71 starts. 4 at third base, 87 in center field, and 1 in right field. So all over the freaking place. And not just up the middle, playing some corners as well. Obviously in a pinch, different games, stuff like that. But the fact that he played them is still very impressive. And he had some really nice – he had a nice year last year defensively as well. It's different this year. He's turned into a Platinum Glove nominee. But I think it's because 96 games, 91 starts in center field. You're going to see him throw out Will Smith right here. Just a great carom off the wall. Perfect throw. Got him. We've seen him go to his right, to his left, behind him. He goes and absolutely fucking gets it out there in center field. And the Red Sox have been good because of it. But now, as you mentioned, you and Marcelo Meyer with the same wrist injury, he's being forced to go back and play second base. And what did he do in the series against the Dodgers? Just turned a freaking double play on a line drive to thwart a rally. Here it is. Teoscar up to bat. Ha-Seong Kim on second base. Dives, initially called safe. You're going to see on the replay right here. He out. Ends the inning right there in the top of the 8th. That Will Smith one, by the way, was in the top of the 7th with 2 outs. This guy, by the way, love number 3, him wearing number 3.
Oh,
is that a
okay.
Pokey Reese? Did Pokey Reese wear number 3 for the Red Sox?
In my head, yes.
Need to check that out. The fact that he's able to go and be in center field and then come back down. Did we get a passing bomb? Whoa. Dalton just dropped it on us. It's not really a trade. It's not a trade, excuse me. Bryce Harper stood nose to nose with Major League Commissioner Rob Manfred during a meeting last week and told him to get the F out of our clubhouse if he wanted to start talk about a salary cap. That's not good for us, people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Rafaela, I don't know. I just want to give him credit for he's establishing himself at the big league level for a playoff team, becomes a platinum glove center fielder, essentially. He hasn't won it, but I think he's in the running for it. And then just goes back to second base and has an immediate impact. He's like, I don't care. I'll play anywhere. That is not what happened all year in Boston. As we remember the Rafael Devers saga. He's got 13 outs above average. That is 99th percentile. He's got 88th percentile arm value, 96th percentile arm strength. He's got a 90th percentile sprint speed. The offense is coming. We're beginning to see a breakout in Ceddanne Rafaela, and they have a ton of guys. This is why I'm so high on the Red Sox. They have a really nice young core there that they all seem like they're gonna be dudes. So shout out Rafaela. I thought it was funny the juxtaposition of Rafael Devers and then him. I know it's different. One guy's much more established, but Rafael is quickly establishing himself, so he gets my award.
Well, and part of the reason he's establishing himself is his versatility. And yeah, man, it's that double play at second. Cora's reaction to it was awesome. Just almost you could see the player in Cora being like, this guy, man. I put him out at second base when I could keep him at center field, and he probably runs away with the Gold Glove this year. Dude, Cora, who's had a weird year, emotion-wise, or some of his interviews, people have been wondering what's going on. That's the Cora, I think people fell for, giving love to his guy. You dog, going to second base, giving that effort. Getting Ha-Seong Kim, who it's a bang-bang play. Not a lot of people would be fast enough or athletic enough to get him, but this guy was, because he's probably one of the most athletic guys in the sport right now. 5'10", listed 165 to be able to play center field and shortstop. That list is very thin, especially playing them at a high level. So yeah, he's and with where his bat has gotten to, that guy's a problem. It's listed as, how many people do you see with 2.20 WAR and 2.1 D WAR?
Like that a lot.
That's a balanced ball player, baby. A ball player's ball player.
Cora's full quote, "It sucks because he's the best defensive center fielder in the big leagues, but right now we need him to play second more than we actually wanted to. He's willing to do it. He's all about winning." Little zing right there.
Little backhand, huh?
17 defensive run save. So whether you like that or outs above average, he's crushing it.
My final award is brought to us by the DraftKings Sportsbook. People, head over to DraftKings. A summer night, whether you're hanging out with the crew, you're by yourself, fire off a bet. See how it feels with DraftKings Sportsbook. If you've never bet on baseball before, it's easy. Pick a guy to hit a homer. Boom. There's live odds mid-games, or just ride with your squad. Why not? Just vibes and dingers. And there's something special for first-time customers. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code JMBaseball. That's code JMBaseball for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Trev, I'm giving out the Don't Fear the Reaper award.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Ooh, let me get the band. Don't fear the Reaper. Kansas?
Oh,
believe
my
it's-
God, Trev.
Blue Oyster Cult.
Correct.
Blue Oyster Cult. No,
The
sorry.
famous Saturday Night Live skit. Now, need more cowbell.
All Kansas Live one time. They were great.
I could see that. Don't Fear the Reaper. I'm not referencing the band or the song, really. I'm talking death. It's a tough way to live, just fearing death every day. You got to live, people. There is a new best left-on-left hitter in baseball, a guy that used to not be great against lefties. We talked about player development before when we were talking about the linear progression or however you want to try to be good and stay good at this sport. Kyle Schwarber crushed the Yanks this weekend. He made Yankee Stadium look comical for his lefty swing. His home run to get him his 1,000th hit, 319 career home runs. His 33rd career multi-homer game. The violence he swings that bat with is amazing. And, if they were making Yankee Stadium and Kyle Schwarber was a Boston Red Sox, I think they would get rid of the short porch because, he makes it look too easy. Kyle Schwarber, how he became the best lefty in baseball. He said, and he heard it about Randy Johnson, and they were wondering, he doesn't know where it was from, if it was from John Kruk or someone within the Phillies. But he said, when facing a lefty, as a lefty, you have to be prepared to face death. That's what Kyle Schwarber said. And now Kyle Schwarber has become the best lefty at hitting lefties in all of baseball. His splits, he is 273, 399 on base, a 1.032 against left-handed pitching. So he's a 908 OPS against righties, a 1.032. And he doesn't fear the Reaper anymore, man. He goes up there. He's got the panhandle batting helmet, so it's covering the chin, and he's just ready for death. And he's been providing that to now other pitchers. So I don't know if that's advice to other lefties. I don't really know what to do with that, but I know he got his 1,000th hit. He's got 320 homers. He looks fantastic. I know I've said this a couple episodes. I sent a couple pictures to the group chat. Little baby cub, Kyle Schwarber, looked like he was heading to thick boy territory, like Matt Stairs club. Dude, he looks like a linebacker now. Schwartz looks like he played left field at the stadium the other day, which is one of the bigger left fields. And I know it's been a topic of conversation because he has 36 homers and he's about to be a free agent. But I was seeing those numbers. Kyle Schwarber versus lefties. Originally, when Chris Sale got traded to the Braves, we thought, it was to neutralize the Phillies lefties. Nothing neutralizes this guy right now. He's a one-of-one guy. And yeah, every time you watch him, it feels like he impresses.
When did that turn around for him? That's a great picture.
It's a crazy pick.
Oh my God. What year did it turn? Did he have really bad splits early on? I'm looking right now.
So when he was a Cubby,
so even in 2022,
yeah.
Wait, am I in 2022 or 2023? 2023, 849 OPS against righties, 758 against lefties. He hit 188. But he also hit 201 against right-handers that year.
Right.
And then last year he had a higher OPS against lefties as well. It's been turning around for him, and so maybe he decided to face death.
2021, 900 OPS versus righties, 687 versus lefties. So
he doesn't wear protective gear either. In my head, I don't even think he wears a shin guard. I don't think he wears anything.
Oh,
Am I wrong about that?
He might have elbow stuff. When they were talking about that quote on the broadcast, I did know he has the frying pan batting helmet, which if
everybody has that.
I know, most people, but
I hate that thing.
Yeah, so he's got a little elbow and he's got, oh my God.
He does have an elbow?
Yeah.
Couldn't see that right there. Okay.
Um,
No shin though.
just such a violent lefty swing.
He's crushing fastballs like Rafaela. He's got 19 run value against them, hitting 291. He's slugging 709 against the four-seam fastball year. By far his best year against four-seamers.
Oh, and Rob, do you have the catch in left field too? Schwarber makes a nice play in Yankee Stadium left field. Goes back on it. He's got it. A little fall in the butt.
Oh, God.
And he comes up just cackling like a hyena. And hey, kind of the theme of the awards here are good ball players willing to do whatever for the team. Like, remember when Schwarber was playing first base for the Sox, just trying like hell, even though it wasn't his skill set? I mean, one of the most, if they did a beloved players in baseball survey by the players, he's top 5, top 10, easy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Easy. Hey, it might become part of Wednesday's episode with Bryce Harper and Rob Manfred in each other's faces.
Just as me and Rob, you're getting tight. I don't know. Whose side am I on here?
I know. You might have to be the middleman there. And if there's a big trade, people, we're on call. So, worst case, we'll see you Wednesday. Don't be surprised if we see you earlier. We love you. Baseball's here. No. Come on. Al from Waltham.
Jake
There it
sucks.
is.
Thought I heard the music earlier. Chris Rose is so mad at me. Got a busy day. Football starting back
We
up.
got late. We got chunky.
Who cares? We just talk ball, Pop. That's the magic of this show.
Wrist injury, huh?